So I played the demo for Ferocious, and man, does the game have potential. Keyword, potential. The demo itself is pretty all over the place. Don't know if it was my PC or the demo, but man, the performance was not it. But I don't want to start with the bad. First, I want to talk about the good parts of the game that I enjoyed. The demo reminds me of Turok, Far Cry, but has a little twist of the experimental side with you being able to control dinosaurs, be able to communicate with them, which is something I loved about the demo, right? I could go ahead and control some of the dinosaurs, not all of them, of course. In the demo, it was really interesting to use the little dinos to help puzzle solve and open doors, levers, shit like that. I thought it was pretty neat. Gameplay is really fun. I love the physics when it comes to it. The gore is fucking great. The executions are cool. Like, I had some dude walk into like the same room I was in. I thought I shot him dead, but I actually blew off his arms and he just didn't know what to do. So he just walked in my room, I guess asking me to kill him. So I was like, what the fuck? And I just said, all right, I'll just take you out of your own misery, right? There are plenty of guns to use, right? They feel all right. They got some kick to them. You can even go ahead and mod them. Put different attachments to them, but you also have to maintain the weapons as well, or else they will jam, which has happened to me when I was fighting, and it fucking jams. And definitely something you have to do, because when you have a fucking dinosaur beating your fucking ass or getting jumped and your shotgun jams, it's not a great time. There is also mechs you can use, turrets, grenades, and even using your crafting pack to make your own heals, spears to chuck, and they have their own effects too. Like there's a berserk spear for some reason that makes the enemy fight each other or anybody else around for that matter, shit like that. I do like the destruction grenades do fuck shit up and actually turns some of these guys into mush, which is pretty fucking neat. I did find it interesting that you can control dinos and, not just the small ones, but the big ones too. The world itself is pretty interesting as you can order dinos to destroy or open up pathways. You can climb and rappel and just, there's some real thought into it on what they want to do. There are plenty of areas to explore. The maps themselves are interesting and have their own life and plants and dinosaurs. And, there's plenty of potential in everything here. Again, key word, potential. Now, this is all I've had to say about the good of the demo. Look, the potential is there. It really is. It just needs a lot of polish, more additions to make the game much better, more livelier, more smoother for that fucking matter, right? I think it will be a big fucking success if they go ahead and really work on its problems. Because if not, and if they even put this game out in a state like closer to this, they are going to fucking bomb, right? So the first things first is the combat. The combat is fun as hell, right? When you have armor, because if you're able to shrug off bullets with the armor, that's fucking neat. But without it, you're fucked. Like, you got to play it a bit more safe. But then there's the AI. When it works, they can really, fuck your shit up if they go ahead and just focus on you, right? Especially if you have armor and you're in the wrong place, wrong time, they'll fuck your shit up, right? But the AI can be so fucking stupid at times. Sometimes they'll just fucking stare at you, right? I don't know if it's the performance or the game fucking up, but I've had it to where they were just looking at me. And then I just blow their arms off. Like what the fuck? Like, why are you looking at me? Shoot me in the fucking face, right? Or else I'll shoot you in the face. I've had it to where sometimes they would like bum rush me and shoot me with shotguns, right? And other times they'll just be in cover and like look at me and then go back into cover and not really do shit, right? They really need to also work on their aim, because sometimes I'll be like, I don't even know where the fuck these guys are. And it's a prime opportunity to fuck me up and to like show me where they are. But their aim is so dog shit that I'm like looking around for them and I can't fucking see shit, because the indicator to show where the gunshots are hitting me from isn't activating, because they aren't hitting me because they're so dog shit at fucking shooting at me. So they need to fix that. When it comes to the dinosaurs, you aren't able to control every dinosaur. You have a machine that helps you control the dinosaurs, but only certain ones. Never really found an opportunity to ride like the parasaurs. I'm pretty sure that's what they're called in this game. Because they either got fucking murdered by the big ass snake, which surprised the shit out of me, or there's nowhere on the island or like the part of land where I'm at to really use them to go through these thorny bushes, right? They can't travel in water due to said fucking snakes, Titanoboas. So what's the point in having them in certain areas, right? It's kind of annoying. Like of course you use them for bushes and like I guess travel, but I don't even know how fast they go because the one time I tried to go ahead and get on them and get on one, uh, after the other one fucking gets destroyed by a fucking Titanoboa. I was on like in the middle of a fucking island, in the middle of butt fuck nowhere, and there was nowhere to even go. So again, like they need to fix that shit. Um, it's just not it. And for that matter, like it would be really fucking cool if I could control the Titanoboa to go ahead and ambush any patrols around, if there were any patrols around. They systematically have them, I guess, spawn at certain points, but I don't think there's really any patrol patterns for them to just walk around the land or whatever, right? I think they just spawn them in. I mean, it's a demo, so it's whatever. It's more excusable here, but like they really need to add like a sort of 9-day system, a shift system to where they would spawn in like at their nearby base or whatever, or at nighttime they'll go ahead and a helicopter will drop them down. They will assess the situation, call for backup, and then they will go ahead and get enough people and personnel to man the base again and go through on patrols again, like in full force, right? That would be pretty fucking neat. Like I said before, they have plenty of weapons, but for some reason I couldn't pick some up, like the sniper and some other weapons. Like, what the fuck? I went into this cache to get decked out in powerful shit, and you're telling me I can't pick up the stuff I came in here to get? Like, am I missing something, or is this just shit just bugged or something, right? I don't know. It bugged the shit out of me. You know what also bugs the shit out of me? Using scrap to put together attachments on our guns, even though we have set attachment on gun. Well, we have set attachment already. We can't just put it on the gun. We can't just slide it on, which is fucking stupid. We collect money too, which I'm guessing there is going to be a neutral zone, I guess, to be able to use it, get better armor, gear, whatever the fuck, right? I guess that's fine, I guess, but there's no use for it here, right? There's no black market seller around here, whatever the fuck, right? There's no way to, I don't know, like 3D print like weapons or bullets or gear, whatever, from the bases where they have these machines, or these printers or whatever that takes money in for different weapons or upgrades or whatever the fuck, right? They don't have any of that here. I don't know what they're going to be using money for in Ferocious, but I guess at some point we'll see. Map design can be a bit better, as well as the climbing and platforming, the rappelling and everything like that. I think it would be cool, right, if we can just go ahead and swing or just slide down or whatever the fuck, right? Swimming itself feels okay until you're trying to climb, and it feels like my character is slipping. Climbing in general feels so wishy-washy, and they really need to fix that. I also think that what goes around us is pretty fucking cool, and if they develop that more, that could be an amazing part of the game. Like the enemy dudes, I totally forgot their faction name or whatever the fuck they are, right? But they fucked around and found out by stealing a dino egg, and these fucking raptors fucked them up, like full on raiding their base, fucking them. They're just massacred, right? I just wish I could see it, right? Like see the humans fight against the dinos instead of just already finding them dead. Like, and the one time they were at the facility while humans were there, I didn't really see them fighting. I just walked in and, they were just kind of separate from each other, and their AI just wasn't like really interacting from what I saw. So I really hope they go ahead and fix that to where we actually see the AI fighting each other. They could even like mess with the stats to where the damage between each other is like slashed by half or whatever the fuck, right? So it's easier for us to to like walk in and see them actually fighting each other, but not doing the deadliest damage. So we can go ahead and see them fighting. And when they do, and of course they have the chance to kill them with like crits to the face or whatever the fuck, right? But I really just need them to really implement a way for us to like feel like we're interjecting ourselves into a battle instead of just cleaning up the battle itself, right? More animations need to be added and the current ones improved. Like the sound design and voice lines need to be tighter and improved as well. The story itself is basically just you trying to find your brother in this demo. He has been captured by these enemy guys who are run by a multi-billionaire who probably wants to make money off dinosaurs here. And he's like an American guy who promises to explore the ocean. And then I guess when he couldn't, he, I guess, bought this island or found this island, and he wants to, I don't know, whatever the fuck kind of story they're trying to make. I mean, any story with dinosaurs, I really don't give a fuck about the story. I'm just here for the dinosaurs, honestly. It's nothing I truly care about it, but it's fine for the game, I guess. I do hope that they have like the dock improve the device to be able to help communicate with multiple dinosaurs at once to help take over bigger facilities. However, I do think the more linear maps and it being sort of like smaller in that case could be an issue as well, right? It's like semi-open maps, so it's not really the best when it comes to like having multiple different factors in the map, unless like they widen everything more and just make traversal a little bit more easier. I know when we get the kayak, it was like a lot more easier just to get to different points of the map. The kayak itself needs better handling too, because I thought it was fine at first, but turning and it just wasn't the best. But you know, it's a demo, of course. I gotta remind everybody, it's a fucking demo. It's alpha. There's no actual release date for this game yet, so I'm not that pressed about it. I do think hints can definitely help, especially when you're dead or whatever, right? And it just tells you stuff about the game and, you know, stuff to remind you of, because there is a lack of a HUD here. And a HUD, you know, normally helps with remembering controls and buttons and mechanics and stuff, but there is a lack of one here. Unless like you're looking in your actual inventory or pressing the reload button to check how many bullets and the status of your gun to be able to clean it or whatever, right? Unless that's the point of the game, where, you know, of course it's survival and they're trying to make it to where you have to remind yourself of your gear, of your weapon state, of you know, just overall just reloading, of course, right? If they just wanted to add that aspect of the game, that's fine, you know. I just feel I just wasn't used to it. It just caught me off guard because like I just went into this like, hey, yo, you know, whatever, right? But I will always catch myself not reloading, or, you know, like thinking I reloaded or whatever, right? Not having enough heals, thinking I had like grenades or whatever, right? It's definitely a big factor in this game that you check your gear. Like you no matter the engagement, there is stealth in this game. So before you engage, like check all your gear, check all your stuff. If they want you to go ahead and be more tactical in that way, then that's fine, right? But the game presents itself to be strategic, but the actual gameplay has it fairly easy to destroy your enemies regardless if you're just going ahead running into like an enemy base with like a half reloaded shotgun and weapons and gear, you'll mostly be fine because the AI and, you know, the damage output can be trashed, especially if you have armor, right? If it's with like actual dinosaurs, I think you'll struggle more there because they do fucking massive damage to your base health. They don't even care about your armor. They just go straight for like straight up health, right? So I think there needs to be something where they need to fix the damage on the actual human enemies, because sometimes they just straight up just don't damage me enough for me to fucking care, right? So I think they need to make them deadlier. And if they're going to make them deadlier, getting more armor is one thing I need to be more prevalent, right? Like stealing them off the bodies of soldiers, like the plates. We get them from certain dinos too, and bugs. And if they mess with the damage for the soldiers, like who don't even come close to the dinosaurs, I think that will prompt me to be more tactical and caring about like how I run into a base or destroy everybody. And be a little bit more strategic when it comes to like fighting these guys. Because as is, I can just run in and not give a fuck, right? I can just go ahead and just fuck them up and not care, right? And if I'm getting shot at, I just run away somewhere, like heal, and then just run back out and just destroy them all over again, right? If the AI works. I do think the more utilities you have in the game, the easier it gets and the less fucks you give when fighting, because if you have everything squared away, then you can be as reckless as possible because the enemy soldiers don't do fucking jack shit to you in terms of damage. There needs to be better parkour, platforming, like I never used a slide in combat or anything besides accidentally doing it. Opportunities to use dinos to help in battle should be around more prevalently, right? The enemy should have bases all around, patrolling with better AI. If we get more utilities to mess with the enemy, like blow darts, proximity mines, a day and night cycle to use stealth more efficiently, stun capabilities, use radios to call enemies nearby, away, or away from something, or to you to come back for an ambush or something. There's just so many possibilities to be a fucking menace in this game, like especially like climbing trees and just doing crazy fucking like Rambo shit. Like you can do amazing things here potentially, but that's the big thing. The potential is here, but I really do hope they live up to all this potential and they make this game like a fucking success, because that's just something I want, right? For this game. Just I want this game to succeed. And one thing that really annoyed the shit out of me about this demo is they had the audacity to cut the demo short when you get into the fucking mech, right? Are you out of your fucking mind? That should have been an epic way to end off the game. You get in the mech, you fight like a fucking T-Rex or some shit, enemy mechs, and then all of a sudden the cutscene, and then end of the demo. That could have been fucking sick, but they didn't do that, and they just had it to where you enter the mech, you go in this cutscene, prepping the mech, and it fucking ends, which is like the audacity. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, it kind of made me upset, but at the same time, like I get it. It's an alpha. They probably didn't get that far in terms of like finagling the whole controls for everything, right? But it was still kind of disappointing. Honestly, if they added like a fear mechanic, that would make like your rampage even more like crazy, especially with dinosaurs around that you're controlling, and the soldiers get scared, they scatter around, and you can get to your objective fine, or get past them. I love to be able to communicate with the dinos there, and the species remember me, and doing objectives for them will elicit benefits, and them not seeing me as an enemy, as one of them, as ferocious as them, because they see me destroying these guys, and destroying them if they don't fucking stop fucking around with me and shit. Like, these aren't just dinosaurs, right? They are highly intelligent dinosaurs that have evolved. Well, I don't, if I remember correctly what the doc said, like over 1,000,000 years past like the dinosaurs that we've had, maybe even more years than that. Missions where we can lead dinosaurs towards the enemy, where we can have them help liberate an area for nature and be part of the nature fighting back. That could have been really fucking cool. Man, I just think Ferocious can be a great, fun, enjoyable game. And when given a better budget and more hands on deck, since the dev team is pretty small, it was just like one person who got a team together. If they just get like a sequel for this game with actual funding from a publisher or whoever the fuck, right? It could be pretty fucking massive. It could be pretty fucking big. And if they fix the performance, make the audio better, more quality of life changes. Oh yeah, fucking melee weapons besides a fucking stick that we made. Expand on what they have now and tighten it a little bit more to be a semi sandbox where your chaos will help you get through to your objective. Kill some guy, provide a way for dinos to get in, deliver eggs back, protect sacred sites, and so on. I think they'll be fine if they focus a little bit more on this, maybe some other aspects that I haven't thought of yet that they have already in their notes to be able to help make the game even better. Do I suggest the demo for the game? If you have free time, sure. But would I put off like a family member's I can't speak, bar mitzvah for this? No, like this is a demo of the alpha. No release date. It's still definitely in the works, right? But I can see the game getting better with updates, and they've been pretty transparent with that, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice to see. I'll be looking at this game closely because I do have hopes for the game. Now, with that being said, these were just my thoughts on Ferocious. What do you guys think on the gameplay that you see here in the video? My thoughts on it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more. Stay safe mentally, emotionally, and physically. See you guys next time. And probably the next video will probably be Killer of Killers. So that'll be fun. See you guys next time. Peace.